The following program is rated TV MAL, TV MALS, TV MALSV. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Can I talk to you about something?
I just had sex. I'm about to eat.
We are back, everybody. Welcome back to This Week in Bullshit. My name is Justin Proper. I feel a little bit older today, and I just had a birthday yesterday, so that was a lot of fun. And I'd just like to thank, first of all, everybody who gave me a lot of birthday wishes and a lot of love that day. Really appreciate it. But onwards and forward to the show. First off, as always, our dick from the UK, Richard. Richard, how have you been?
Busy. But yes, you shouldn't have been surprised that I was the first person to wish you a happy birthday, because I got the notification before it was actually your birthday.
That's true. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate it. And also with us today, by the poop, as always, Culture Casino.
Stole it from me again.
Hey, and happy birthday, Mr. Justin Proper. I'm glad that you are maturing finally.
Yes, my brain is starting to become fully developed. Yay! I'm very happy. We'll see. We'll see. Don't judge me yet, Richard.
That's when things start getting boring, though.
Maybe. But back with us today is Tommy. He's usually moderating. He'll be doing some of that today. But also, I figured, I'd have him back on again because a lot of people seem to like what you had to say. So welcome back, Tommy.
Hey, thanks, Justin. It's always a pleasure to be here with all of you fine folks.
Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. And as always, the lovely Reina Creole, who is back after a couple of weeks in Florida. How was Florida, by the way?
Florida was hot. Florida was fun. Florida was crazy. Everything Florida's supposed to be. So I had a blast.
Moments?
Did I what?
Did you witness any Florida man moments at all?
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Like people fishing next to the sign that says beware of alligators and poisonous snakes and no fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a regular day for everyone.
Yeah, and I got that on film too. So
really?
Oh yeah.
I'd very much like to see that. And last but certainly not least, Wes of the Wes Moody webcast.
Hello, my friends, and happy birthday, Justin. Another day older, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, another day better.
Yes. It's getting better all the time. It really is. Anyways, let's say hi to the chat real quick. By the way, thank you, Wes, for the super chat, for the happy birthday super chat. You guys, you don't have to do this, but I appreciate it. You don't have to do this. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. Then thank you for the birthday cake as well.
How old are you? How old are you now, anyway?
25.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I don't know.
That's great.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird, but it's just another day, I guess. But I had a lot of fun. And Culture Casino, thank you, dropping a 20 there. Hail and happy birthday to the odd yet entertaining Justin Proper. Yes, and thank you. I don't know what to say about that. I'm understanding very odd, but I'm glad I'm entertaining to you. I'm glad that people enjoy the show and enjoy you guys as well are almost like you are like the glue that like helps me get everything together. Like you guys like really help make this show what it is. So without you guys, like this would be a disaster every single week. So I appreciate all of my panelists being on. They're amazing. And to all of you awesome people in the chat as well. Dina Prue saying happy birthday. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it, man. Hey, you know what? You can hop on if you like. You have the link. What the heck is that?
That was mildly disturbing.
Keeping you on your toes.
Nice.
That's the Guinea Pig Collective.
Hey,
Yeah. Well, we're everywhere. Lorraine actually should be thanking us for getting out of Florida alive because, I'd sent word out to the Guinea Pig Collective down here in Florida to make sure that she got through safely. So.
Yeah, I got through. We even survived a meeting with drunk 3PO, so it's all good.
Survived. Seemed like a flirty meeting to me.
Yeah.
A little flirty. Flirty.
I will
What
remain a lady and stay silent. Anyway.
But to be fair, in the age of 2020, meeting people does come with a death risk.
Okay. Runner Studios, thank you. Lorena, thank you for the birthday wishes. Soul Assassin, Me82. That's, those of you who don't know, that's Thug Life Jeremy from way back when. Tina, good evening to you as well.
Tina.
Smash the like button. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
That like button, I would greatly appreciate that. Courage77, happy birthday, Justin. Thank you for the always entertaining live streams and your insightful and funny remarks. Well, thank you, Courage, for that really lovely message. I greatly appreciate it. Karen Prime, good evening, everyone, and happy birthday.
Karen!
Hi, Karen Prime.
Very nice to have you here, Karen.
I love
it every time they stop by. Brain Develop still looks 15, though. Do I look like I'm 15? Really?
To be fair, I probably would as well if I didn't have the beard.
Yeah, I mean,
baby face.
The beard does a lot.
You've got the cutest little baby face.
I'll take it. Stone Cold Jeremy, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Justin. Hope your day is a good one. Wow. Cheers. Hey, and cheers to you, man.
Gotta say though, looking 10 years younger than you actually are, that's not a bad thing. That's good genetics there.
For now. I appreciate it. Thank you, John Matrix, for the super sticker. I'm trying to look over here and see what you had sent there, saying "How's it going?" Oh, well, thank you.
Wasn't it that teal pair?
What's that?
Yeah, it's like
sweatband on.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that, and thank you for the birthday cakes, Tommy. Entertainment and Star Wars. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Mr. Just Incredible. Oh, well, thank you, Rob. I wish there was a pun that didn't involve burglary with your name, so that I could return the favor. But yeah, I mean, Rob, we're going to be talking about Star Wars here pretty soon, so feel free to hop on when you're available. Machini90, happy birthday, Mr. Proper. Oh, thank you, Machini90. Mr. Proper is my father, but I appreciate that. Parrot Head says hashtag Puddle Casino. I don't know.
You got to go on my channel to see the video.
No.
You did see it. I think you did, Justin. I think you saw it because you commented on it.
Yeah.
What did it? You remind me?
It said it was It had to do with Florida Man, ice cream, and liquor.
Oh,
it did.
Well, that's an interesting combination.
All at once.
It was.
And cops.
And cops. That's right.
Dialing. Okay. Oh, that's it.
There you go.
I got it. Fallon reacts saying, "I'm super offended I wasn't subscribed to this channel. I have fixed the problem." Well, thank you, Fallon. And if you are new here, do subscribe to the channel. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And welcome, my new proper compadre. I think that's about everyone. Oh, my God. John Matrix dropping a $24.99 super chat. Merry 25th birthday. I haven't heard that one before. I don't know why I can't send 25, so $24.99 will have to do. Well, dude, thank you so much, my friend, and bring your sexy aviators on to this channel anytime you want, John. I haven't talked to you in a while, and I really appreciate that. Okay, let's see. I think that's about everyone. So, hey, Bone, how you doing?
Hey, Bone.
Karen said, that's weird. I look 15 after I've shaved as well. I am not shaving. No, thank you. That's not happening. Angela Straven, thanks for going on here. Mando Merck as well. And I think, and 14 Barber.
14 Barber. Yeah.
Mary Birthmas. I like that.
That's a new one.
Thank you, Richard. All right, so let's get into the first topic of today. Yeah, I don't even know how to introduce this, but Jesus, Project Stardust. So for people who don't know, this kind of blew up on Twitter a few days ago. It is a female-led website and community that celebrates feminine voices in the Star Wars universe and fandom. Okay, all right, it's one of those kind of channels, but they're not bothering anybody. Okay, cool. Then this lady shows up. By the way, thank you, Lorena, for providing this.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Otherwise, I probably couldn't have found it. She says, what female fans often struggle with the most is feeling safe and comfortable enough to express their love for Star Wars in spaces that already exist for fans. Women shouldn't have to ask permission to exist in this fandom. Well, Meg, I don't think I agree with you, but in fact, I don't think anybody was asking permission to begin with.
I have never asked for permission to exist.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure that everyone, like all of the ladies in the Fandom Menace, would definitely agree with that. You know, no one has been asking permission. This is ridiculous.
Sounds like a personal problem, Meg.
No.
Yeah, it is. It sounds like, you know, your self-esteem issue is not everyone else's problem.
Well, I'd like to just briefly say no one's had to ask permission to be considered a Star Wars fan until Disney took over.
I love your comment, by the way.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. You know, if they really had to ask permission, I mean, I don't need to understand where that's going to come from, because don't they not care what a 40-year-old white something fan of a franchise thinks about or cares about? I mean, is that just me?
I think with Star Wars, it's 50-year-olds.
Yeah, 50.
50-somethings.
Once you hit 50, they really don't care.
And of course, after all of that, she locked her account, which I'm very sad about. I want to hear what she has to say. I'm really sad about that.
Imagine my shock.
Yes.
But anyways, there are a lot of people who had things to say about it, including this podcast here, Star Wars in a Galaxy podcast. This is so important for all of the female. This was in response to this tweet, by the way. They said, this is so important for all the female fans who want Star Wars to be for them too. Even though I'm not a female, surprise, I can't help but feel ridiculously hyped for this.
Male feminist. Next.
I think they should have self-identified as a female just for that post. That's what
Hey,
I
well, it's probably one of those male feminists. I mean,
Yeah.
that seems to be the MO when it comes to that.
Look, Mary,
It probably identifies as a box of, sanitary napkins.
probably.
Yeah, probably.
I love this comment from Mary. I wish I had asked her to be on the show. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for treating women like we are or have been somehow unworthy of this space. I've never felt like I didn't belong here. No man has ever made me feel pushed out. Quite the opposite. My daddy fostered my love for it, and my brother relished it for me.
Beautiful.
Yep. Beautiful. Well said,
comment.
Mary. And yeah, you had a lot of these comments going around, and then they kept doubling down, which is interesting. Credit to them, though, for responding to a lot of the comments. I will give them credit for that, actually engaging in a dialogue.
Unless they want to say you have zero experience with systemic racism and prejudice and fail to check your profile to find out that you're black.
Did they say that to you?
Oh, yeah.
Is it really
Yeah.
that they wanted to respond, or did they just want to throw their 2 cents out there just to belittle people? I mean, because that's what it seems like more to me.
That's what it was. It was belittling, because when I said basically you're doing this for woke points. So what's the big idea? Then I get the lecture of, well, you have to understand that there's systemic racism and prejudice and X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, did you check the profile of the person you're responding to here?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's, oh, we're sorry, we need you to educate us and help us and all this. And I said, that is not my job to do that for you.
Yeah, I think proper. I think you were being a little bit generous calling it a dialogue.
Yes, because it was not. Because when they came out with ticking every single category of the woke Olympics.
The woke Olympics. Here's the thing with these type of people. They hold on to the virtue signaling shit like they're Golem holding on to the one ring. They cannot let it go.
No.
My precious.
It's all they have. So
I think their NPC talking points got stuck in a feedback loop myself, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I would have given them credit if they would have just said, you know what, there's some female fans that might be intimidated being in Star Wars fandom. And that's true to a certain extent, not a whole lot, but yeah,
but
there might be people out there. That's exactly. Couldn't you have just said that and left it at that? And I don't think anyone would have had a problem. But once they started hitting the woke Olympics, that's when the problem started.
Yeah. By the way, my internet was being kind of crapped for a second. So the last thing I heard was Spartan saying like something about it being generous, calling it a dialogue. Yeah, I forgot to do the air quotes.
Yeah.
Dialogue.
Hey, dialogue. I will say it's at least they're responding and not just I don't know. It's just kind of nice, I guess. It's better than people just block you or ignore you.
I mean, they're responding, but to me, it basically sounds like a lecture because it's exactly what they were doing at me, and I did not appreciate that one bit.
I mean,
it was extraordinarily disrespectful.
They're responding, sure, to tell you that you're wrong in every way.
But really, what it's just doing is just exposing how dumb they sound.
Mm.
It just they're digging themselves a deeper hole. So,
which they always do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's why people don't respond very often.
You know what the problem is that they just don't dig the hole far enough, because really what they should do is get it deep enough so they can't get back out of it, and then we could just cover them over. Forget about it.
Well, thank you, Wes, for the cake super sticker. You didn't have to do that again, but I appreciate it. And Tatsunami, thank you for the poop emoji. Well,
emoji.
That is always welcome. The
It's nice. It's nice to know we've earned it this early on.
Okay then. All right. Sam is absolutely correct. Nobody needs permission to like what they like. That's 100% true.
That's true.
And Rob says, the way the fandom is today, it is a little tough for some people. They are afraid to express their feelings over the movies. Depends what you mean. I can understand that, somebody who, walks into this space, saying like, oh, I like The Last Jedi. And people like immediately just going like, you suck. You are a soy boy, this and that. So it goes both ways. But then if you go and you say, oh, I hated The Last Jedi, it sucked. On the other side, it's just like, oh,
you're the devil.
Yeah, we've heard it a million times. Like you hate women, you hate minorities, you just aren't supportive of progressive stories, you ideological bigot. I'm like, what?
Justin, but does everybody react that way in the Phantom Menace when somebody says they like The Last Jedi? No. Usually my first question is always, why? Now, I may not be able to keep the complete disdain or utter disappointment out of my voice or my tone of face, maybe. Tone of face, get it? Maybe they can read the room and understand that that's a very disappointing statement to me. But I usually would like, just like I support my reasons for liking or not liking something with information, I would like them to do the same. If you're gonna walk into the room, be prepared to have a conversation.
And that's kind of like what I'm used to, because even you always had these heated discussions that were going on, but no one was calling somebody, out of their name because of that. Now you have some people, regardless of what it is, they're going to feel intimidated, and frankly, that has more to do with them.
Yeah, that's definitely personal choice and personal beliefs.
Exactly.
The J.K.
I'm going to say.
Let's see, I could
go ahead.
change the world and everybody else is wrong, or maybe I'm wrong and I should like reassess and change my attitude.
Yeah.
The J.K. Simmons laughing meme comes to mind for me.
Here's the thing. I'm going to admit
I've been extremely vocal about how much I can't stand Disney Star Wars multiple times, and I've done multiple videos on it. But I've actually had quite a few people that tell me how much they love some of those movies, and especially one in particular is Rogue One. I've heard all kinds of reasons why people like it, and I can't stand it. But at the same token, I have never sat there and bashed nobody over them liking it. I just said I personally don't see how you could like it. But if you like it, good for you. And that has always been my stance on it, because I'm not going to begrudge nobody if they like it. I may not agree with them, and I think they may be missing something. And the only thing that I would suggest is to at least realize that these movies have serious problems. That's all I do.
Hey, look, I have my share of guilty pleasure movies and entertainment. I'm sure everybody here does. I'm going to admit to one, right? And this is going to be embarrassing as all heck. 50 Shades of Grey, not the books, but the movies.
Okay, now I don't feel bad that I was watching Twilight for the past 2 nights. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you see my point. It's embarrassing because I know how ridiculous the movie, especially the first one, especially was, right? But what does that do? What does that do? Does that invalidate my opinion on everything else? No, it's just I will indulge in a little bit of the ridiculous, like something like that, like Ice Pirates. I like that movie. It's fantastic.
I've never seen that.
Oh, that's hilarious. Space herpes.
Yeah. 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 Look at these people in the chat. See, the chat finally heard what I said, and now it's going to be bad for me the rest of the day.
I did read the book and saw the movie, and but it's like I get it. It's like people have their guilty pleasures. Everyone's not going to like the same things. The world would be boring if they did. But at the end of the day. Sam.
14. I
know. Lorena, can I make a small suggestion now? If you could, I would seriously start avoiding movies like Twilight and everything, because it's going to wind up leading you to shopping at Hot Topic. And you're going to wind up being like Pattinson Batman.
Okay, you know what? I already do shop at Hot Topic because I needed a Wu-Tang t-shirt and I needed a Nintendo controller t-shirt. So there's that cool part of Hot Topic for t-shirts and stuff. That's okay. That's the part I hang out at.
Just go to Spencer's.
Here, Lorena, I am both Sparkly Batman and Twilight simultaneously. Here you go.
Tommy, you mentioned Spencer's. I have a fun fact. My grandmother from Grandparents React to Cecil, I never knew what the store was. She was in town, and I took her into Spencer's. She was absolutely mortified.
Yeah. I know why.
Especially the section they always have in the back of those stores now, right?
Yeah. Well, that section.
I don't know if I found that. Well, maybe I did.
You found it. I believe you found it. Twice,
Probably.
3 times in a single visit.
I also took her to see Ted. She did not enjoy that movie.
I think regarding movies that I can't really say I'm embarrassed by this pick, but one I do like is Batman Forever, but I like it because it's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those, so I can't really sort of be embarrassed by it.
I understand that.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's why it's like, look, I mean, allow me my choice of bad movies. There's a reason why but I didn't have to ask permission to show up in this weird space where there's crazy people. I just showed up there. And you know what? I'm still one of those people where, look, you give me all the reasons it's bad. I'll tell you why I think it's, fun. It's like a little bit of an amped up version of Pretty Woman. That's what that is. So,
Really, I'm
Wow.
sorry. I was very disappointed in the one movie where they were doing it with their pants on. I was a bit like, that's not how it works.
You need the unrated version, Chief. You did not watch the right version of the film.
Damn those theatrical cuts. Darn it.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up? Happy birthday, Justin. How you doing, man?
Thank you.
Hey, everyone.
I'm doing well.
Hey, Rob.
Oh, just incredible.
Well, look, and for those of you who have not yet seen Ice Pirates, you do yourself a favor and treat yourself because it is funny as heck. Even I think there are a few people on the panel that would say the same.
Is it one of those that's so bad it's good?
No, it is. Well, yeah. But
I mean, it's definitely a
it's pretty
B-rated movie, but it's a
Oh,
funny
yeah.
B-rated movie. I mean, you get some of them that are just super cheesy, and they're kind of funny because of how bad they are. This one, yeah, it's got some cheesy elements to it, but a lot of it is actually it's pretty entertaining without being overly cheesy.
So I guess my whole point. Yeah, absolutely. And I think the whole reason for me bringing that up is this. You don't have to ask permission to show up somewhere and like something. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you're boy, girl. I mean, I'm not a chick, and that's primarily, the target audience for that was not my demographic at all. And,
I don't know. I look at that hair sometimes, and I kind of wonder.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Tom.
Shades of gray. Enough of that. We're not changing culture, but
No, it's fine. But my whole point of bringing it up was that you don't have to have permission to go out and see something, and everybody in the chat says the same thing, which was it's like, look, I mean, if you have to walk into a room and get permission to be there, that's not a club you want to be in anyway. Because and when it comes to movie fandoms, you just don't have to do that. I mean, if that's how you feel, it's like I don't know. Probably everybody here on the panel has already said it, but that's a you problem. That's not an us problem. We're here. Come on in.
I think another thing is with social media today, a lot of people feel sometimes scared, like they say something, oh man, I think people like what I'm about to say and what movie I like and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden they get ridiculed or they get made fun of or they get made, oh, what are you serious or whatever. And so that plays an effect on them. And like, man, even what I like is going to get bothered by some people on social media. And I mean, everybody has trolls and stuff like that. But I think that, I don't think anybody needs permission to do anything. You should, whatever you like, and you should be free to like whatever you like. And it's just a person's opinion. But with social media stuff like Twitter and whatever, everybody seems to like just jump on somebody if it's different than their liking or to their opinions. I mean, I think that maybe might sum it up.
That's
no,
true.
it does.
I've seen that. And again, it comes down to the type of person that you are. For some people, if they pile on, they're just like, they don't like it. I don't like it. I'm out. For somebody like me, you pile on, I'm coming back and I'm punching you 4 times as hard, depending on how you come at me. But I think it really does depend on who you are and how well you can handle social media or not.
I'm going to go deep in this. Part of me, in a way, thinks that's almost a part of goddamn culture. What did you do?
I don't know, but that hair is crazy and that mustache.
Part of me thinks in a sense that that's almost a case of geek culture. That's almost a not a symptom, but a effect of geek culture becoming popular in a way, because geeks and nerds, we're used to being kicked out and hated for our opinions and the things we like. But with sort of pop culture becoming so popular, for lack of a better word, so many people have come into it that in a way they aren't sort of used to those kind of interactions.
You know what? I would say, yeah, that's a pretty fair assessment. And I mean, if you look back like in the 80s and 90s, if you were over a certain age and if you said that you liked cartoons or you liked toy lines and everything, you would absolutely get ridiculed. Where today it's a little bit more accepted. But of course, you know, with that change of philosophy, there had to be a change in another direction. Now everybody's an ist and an ism and a phobe and all the other nonsense that goes along with it, because they had to change tactics. I mean, this is the same tactics the bullies used back then. They've just changed the way that they're using their tactic now. I mean, it's the same thing, you know, we've talked about many times, and Lorena likes to point out about the Democratic Party changing colors. I mean, it's the same thing. It's always going to happen.
Yeah, and Nick says, I think people get defensive because we've all been burned before. The narrative going around is that if you like the original of anything, you're straight up toxic. So when someone new comes in, I guess he has something else to say after that.
Okay.
But I get where he's going. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I think a lot of nerds are, you know, kind of defensive about it too. Or like, I'll give you an example. When I was a kid, I had, you know, a few friends that, you know, we were the nerds of the school. We liked Star Wars, and we were made fun of. We were ridiculed for just liking that, and also because they didn't like us, or at least they didn't like I don't know, the things that we liked. I don't know, the typical like you're a nerd, or like even the stories that I've heard from people when they were growing up in the 80s and 90s, like, you know, actually getting swirlies or being physically bullied because they had a Star Wars backpack or something, you know, something like that. And you know, when people who seem like they're outside of that group come in, I guess for a lot of nerds, they're of course going to be apprehensive about it because they don't trust them. They're like,
okay,
you're going to come in and just, you know, like, are you really a fan of this? Like, are you really a fan? Or are you just going to laugh at us and, you know, mock us and, like actually, you know, open up to you? Or are you going to expose that to everybody at school and make fun of us for it? You know, there's that deep rooted level of anxiety that comes with that. But a lot of people do have to get over to a certain degree. Like when you're an adult, that shouldn't matter anymore. But when you're a kid and these kind of things happen to you, you know, I can understand why some people would be apprehensive, but it's not like, you know, people grow up though.
No.
So
we're used to be ostracized from society.
Yes, and now we're being ostracized from our own groups.
Yeah,
you know, like, in a way.
Pop culture was, for a lack of a better term, it was our safe space from this shit.
It would, and actually, I'll add something on to that, because of that particular culture. Sometimes there is this perception that if you don't fit the nerd mold, so to speak, people tend to be very apprehensive of you. You know, I mean, I've gone to science fiction conventions where people thought that I was a talent. People thought that I was a manager. I'm like, no, I'm actually attending the convention. Exactly. No, they're just like, no, really, yeah, I'm here for the convention. You know, I like, you know, I like Star Wars. I like Star Trek, just like you do. And it's kind of just like, no, really, stop messing with me. You can't like the same thing. It's like, so there's kind of that other part too, where it's just like, you know, are you an agent or something like that?
That whole "you're too cool to be a nerd" thing.
Exactly. So there's that part, you know. So there's that part too, you know. And I've seen some ugly parts of fandom kind of get that way, where you get people in there who don't exactly seem to be the typical nerds, and sometimes they're not treated very well, and sometimes they drop out of it because of that, you know. So it's interesting seeing that on both sides. But most people are just like, you know, hey, you like the same thing I do, pretty much. Okay, no problem, cool, let's just hang out.
I was going to say, when Tommy said earlier, it was very true, because when I was younger, it's like if you didn't wear certain clothes, or you didn't have certain sneakers, or if you wear a certain shirt or if you were playing with toys and you was in 7th grade or something like that, yeah, it's true.
Wait,
I remember that. It was like, I was like, what? Yeah, I'm serious. That these people would come up to you and just make fun of you. Oh, you play with toys? Oh, you were not wearing this kind of sneakers? So instead of Twitter, which today is the thing, where everybody jumps on each other, that was it for me then, because there was no Twitter, there was no phones and internet and all that stuff. That's what happened then, and I remember that. So it's always existed. It's just more prominent now because everybody can look at it. Everybody can see it. I mean, I could see it across the world. You can't see this happening when this internet didn't exist. If you're in New York, you're in New York, you're in the area, no one's going to know. It's only you and these people you're associated with. But now everybody can see it, and that's the difference. So if you put something out there that people don't like, everybody can jump down your throat from all over the world, and you don't know who they are, where they're coming from, where they live, nothing. Whereas back in the day, it was just people you knew, and I think that is the big difference.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, well, you think about it. I mean, back then, I was still kind of tall. I was like still around 6'1" or so. I mean, I weighed a lot less back then, but I started having a few tattoos and everything. So when I would walk into a comic book shop, a lot of the other people that were in there that were the normal comic book fans that you would think of, like the nerdy guys, they would get very standoffish with me, and they would not even want to engage with me because they just looked at me like somebody who was an outsider who shouldn't have been there. And I was somebody that was into that stuff, from way back. And I will get that still today if I go into a store and I go into a toy aisle and I start looking at like Transformers figures or something, I will get these looks like you wouldn't believe. Like, here's a guy standing there, 6'1", 220 or so, all these tattoos looking at toys, and he just looked at me like, what is wrong with this guy? I just look right back at him.
Well, hang on. No, I've got to ask you a question about that then. Which generation Transformers?
I really like the G1. That has always been my thing. And I mean, I've talked about it numerous times on my channel, but some of the newer stuff that they're releasing right now is actually very G1 inspired, and like it's got me excited for the franchise again. So
guilty pleasure here. I actually did like Beast Machines, and most people hated it.
Beast Machines or Beast Wars?
I liked them both, but the one that people seem to be there seems to be controversy on is Beast Machines. I didn't necessarily like the artistic style, but the story I thought was good.
That was that one. Both of those series, really, they were very weird for the lore.
Hey, Dean.
I like the first 2 seasons of Beast Wars quite a bit.
Dean approved. Dean, real quick.
Yes, it's Dean approved.
Hey, seeing ya.
Real quick before we move on to the next topic, Dean, just real quick, we've been talking about sort of our experiences, what you've overheard. Is there anything that you wanted to add to that, your experience kind of being a nerd? Did you ever have these sort of feelings going on?
I mean, like, I grew up in a very small knit group of friends, and it was all kind of homeschooled. So I was actually lucky enough to have some friends who were Star Wars friends, and some of my family members are Star Wars friends, are Star Wars fans too. Now, I guess like maybe beyond that, like maybe talking about the topic when it comes to like the whole, like girls having to ask permission. I've never really seen that before. It's mostly been like either, like the girl that you do have in the group, like she knows as much as you do or more or less, or it's like I've known people who were like, I'm not going to watch Star Wars. And it's like, well, why not? Why don't you give it a chance? And she would just be like, well, it's Star Wars. So.
Yeah, because it's a movie. Like, we can't watch it because it's this movie. That's like saying we can't hang out with a certain person because, they're of a certain clique or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this person is weird. They, like, dress up like they're a goth or something. Like, just judging based on appearances. And just how it's perceived, that's a really big issue. I will say, going back to when I was a kid, we were just, it was like elementary school. and like the third movie had come out like already, episode 3, and we were just messing around, and then these two, girls who we were, we associated with like the more popular chicks, they just asked like, "Hey, can we play Star Wars with you guys?" And we were like, and the pretty girls, were not very nice to us. Let's just put it that way. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, we were like, I don't know, and it never came to fruition. And then a year later, they sit at our table and they're like, "Yeah, we never really got to play Star Wars with you guys. We're really sad about that." And I was like, I didn't know we didn't know if it was sarcastic or not. And we laughing and just like,
I'm sorry, I'm having high school flashbacks right now.
I know. It's so weird. I'm like, but we were just like, but to this day, though, I'm like, what if we had said sure? What would have happened? We won't know. We won't ever know. So I totally get it, from both ends. But understanding that, people might be a little apprehensive is because people were not very nice to them, growing up. So of course, people are going to be defensive. But that's something that just both sides kind of have to come to terms with and just be more accepting of, I guess. So I guess if anything, this whole frickin' stupid hoopla just actually brought up a decent conversation between all of us. I kind of liked it. It was much more positive than I thought it was. Hashtag people be complicated. Thank you, me.
Yeah.
But why is this?
That is true.
Wisest words.
I was going to say something. I remember when I was starting to date, I was on a dating website and I saw a girl and she said, "If you like Star Wars, I can't date you." That was it. If you like Star Wars, I was like, what?
That,
I know some chicks like that.
that needs to be added.
I know some who were like that.
That needs to be added to the list of posts that didn't age well.
Well, if she's gonna say no to that, I mean, what else is she gonna say no to?
Yeah, I
mean,
can't imagine.
Well,
She probably hates Indiana Jones too.
Maybe she's a
Star
tricky
Trek.
chick. That's what's going on.
That could be it too.
I've never had that experience. I know people talk about it, but it's like, either you're a Star Wars fan or Star Trek fan. It's like I've never seen the hate.
Then there was a girl who took a picture with a Star Wars helmet on. So I went from one extreme to the other extreme. I was like, what the hell?
See, there's somebody out there for everybody.
That's right. That's
Was
right.
it just the Star Wars helmet?
There's a stormtrooper out there for everyone.
Yeah, I think it was a
That's very
stormtrooper
well
helmet.
said.
Yeah, it was a stormtrooper helmet.
Well, all right. So that was a really great conversation. That was awesome. Anyways, so one of these. Speaking of Star Wars, some people have mixed feelings on this. Speaking of like something that's kind of nerdy or geeky, kind of in the gaming world, but more, I guess, normie gamers like it who have way too much time on their hands, myself included. Of course, we are talking about something that just came out today. The Sims has released an expansion package of Star Wars Journey to Batuu. Of course, if you're going to have a Star Wars expansion pack in The Sims, of course it would be the most popular of all of them, Galaxy's Edge. Why not? Fuck it. Who cares? Yeah. And by the way, it's getting interestingly ratioed with the retweets. People have probably some interesting things to say about it. Maybe we'll check it out. The trailer itself on YouTube has currently 18,000 likes, 30,000 dislikes, with a mixture of the comments being disappointed Star Wars fans and also people who just don't like EA. So maybe this.
EA, eat ass.
Don't buy the
EA. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is the galaxy that probably should have stayed very far, far away.
Well, here's the thing, though. Liking Star Wars and liking The Sims, this should be perfect. But instead, what they chose to do, and I'll show you. Oh my goodness, did it change much? Okay, 19,000 likes, 34,000 dislikes. Okay.
See, it's interesting because I don't remember anything similar to this sort of happening when they were doing Fortnite Star Wars either.
Right.
What I find interesting is that this Batuu thing, I thought, and a lot of us had theories that maybe this Batuu had something to do with the new movie. Meantime, it was never introduced. Never. So it's like, why did you create something that's not even introduced in your movie? I mean, I understand, and it's Kathleen Kennedy's fault anyway, because we were supposed to get the original Star Wars. We were supposed to get that original bar, the cantina, and stuff like that, and we didn't get it because of her. So I was like, why did you create a planet that we never see? Why would you do that? That's so stupid. I didn't get it.
Because it's just a tie-in to Galaxy's Edge. I mean, I look at this and all I see is a galactic strip mall expansions pack when I look at this, because it's just like, who the heck cares? It doesn't have anything to do with the movie. It just has to do with a failed section of a theme park.
And isn't the park itself based on a book or a planet?
Yeah, like a comic book or something. Yeah, like you had to read the book to figure out what the heck Batuu was and why it was there.
Such a terrible idea.
Try to make sense out of it. I shouldn't have to read a book to understand a movie.
Exactly.
Isolation. I should just go to the theme park. I should go to that section of the park and just automatically understand it. If I did understand it, that would be like, okay, Tatooine, that's awesome. Let's do that.
Exactly.
You could choose any planet, but you could have chosen Coruscant. Fuck it. Who cares? Could have had shit on the ground, like making it seem like there are spaceships flying underneath.
I mean, if they wanted to go with the newer stuff, they could have gone with Scarif.
I think Tatooine would have been great because, in Tatooine, they had people who were selling stuff. And if Disney wanted to sell stuff, they could have had the move. They could have people dressed as whatever character, Jawa or whatever. And they could have had a stand where people could have bought something, whether it was stuffed Jawas or stuffed animals or, and then another stand with toys and another stand with food. It would have gave more of a feeling of being on that planet.
That would have been perfect because in the original one for for Star Tours, it dumps you out in a shop themed as if it's on Tatooine. So that would have made perfect sense. It would exactly, because that's what I thought Galaxy's Edge was going to be. I'd have Jawas trying to sell me stuff. I could go to Mos Eisley Cantina.
Not to mention, if they did base it on Tatooine, they could have snuck in all the Legends lore for all the old fans as well.
So this, God, I'm going to get on my soapbox. Well, I'll make it short. So this goes back to the whole thing. Okay, do it. This goes back to the whole thing. Why the heck did Disney buy Star Wars if they're not going to use Star Wars?
Because if I can't have you, nobody else will.
They didn't buy Star Wars, though. That's the whole thing. Everybody still gets that wrong. They didn't buy Star Wars. They bought Lucasfilm and all its subsequent properties, including all its recording sound studios and everything like that. That's what they actually bought. They just got Star Wars as a default from buying Lucasfilm itself.
Yep.
That's very true. Hey, before I forget, we got a few super chats that came in. Rookie Critic. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, you son of a bitch, and hello there, panel. Thank you, Rookie. And we're gonna talk soon. Looking to hear. Oh my God, Mike says I smoke Batuu. Oh,
yeah, some people do.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, that's hilarious.
What's it smell like?
Look.
Ryan Kennel, thank you, Ryan, for the super chat.
What the hell are you doing in here?
Ryan, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by this little channel over here. Appreciate it, man. And again, it says, "Let's see Star Lords of the Harry Chronicles." What the hell is that?
What's that? What's that? What is that?
Star-Lord?
Harry Potter.
I'm not sure.
I only know Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Chronicles.
Oh, you mashed. Oh, okay.
Oh, he mashed it up.
Mashed it all up. Okay. I thought I completely missed something there.
So. and he
Star
explained
Wars,
it like-
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Chronicles of Narnia. Very good.
I don't know how that would mix. I mean, I love all three. I'm sorry, Chronicles of
4.
Narnia was a little.
I'm not now.
It would probably mix about as well as 48 ounces of Waltons.
I want to see a Grand Theft Auto inspired Zelda game.
I found a video of
Ooh,
myself
I'd play that.
trying to film like a review, like the Angry Video Game Nerd, but I didn't know what screen capture was. I was like, 11, 12 years old, and I was comparing the fight at the beginning of Fellowship of the Ring to anything that Chronicles of Narnia has, and I'm just like, look at how amazing this is, and this just sucks. And that's my entire criticism of it. That was it. I was like, wow,
done.
thoughts, 11-year-old me. Great
Don't
job, great
wor-
observation.
Don't worry, we all had our young and stupid phase.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Mine just, had.
Yours
Disney-
ended the other day.
By the way,
Disney did
Rookie
not.
explains the super chat by saying super fist bump, I guess. Or maybe it's separate. But anyways, thank you, man. Super fist bump back to you. I appreciate it. But Culture Casita, you were going to say?
Which time? So no. Yeah, no, okay. The Chronicles of Narnia, Harry Potter, blah blah blah. Disney did not do a very good job with the C.S. Lewis tale, for sure. That could have been done much better. They did it. I mean, it was okay. It just wasn't exemplary, and there was a lot more there. C.S. Lewis did very, very well with those books. It was not the best representation of that story or any of those stories, and it certainly could have competed with Harry Potter because C.S. Lewis wrote many books, and they were all very, very good books. They were morally based, and if you want to read the Bible into him, you certainly could. So he was a biblical scholar of a sort. So
I remember seeing the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe in theaters, and my dad took me, which is weird. He never really went to the movies with me. But he said, like, I really liked the first half of that movie. I was invested when the witch was, kidnapping the one kid. That was cool. And then he just said it just turned into like a boring battle that I didn't care about. I'm like, well, that pretty much sums it up. I don't know if it was the story or if it was
the original. Yeah, the original animated tale was actually better done than the live action film, but that's neither here nor there. Getting back to the Star Wars thing, and because Lorraine and I can go round and round on this Batuu thing, to be honest with you, this version of the theme park never should have existed. It did not exist on paper prior to Kathleen Kennedy forcing Bob Iger to watch the dailies or the rushes from The Force Awakens, because prior to that, you would have ended up with a representation of the Endor moon, and you would have ended up with a representation of Hoth, and you would have ended up with a representation of Tatooine. So you would have had 3 different areas that would have made up what is now Galaxy's Edge. You also would have had a significantly larger portion of land in both Florida and California that would have been affected. And in Florida, they would have been able to do, as Lorena had, obviously she knows what they were planning. So do I, because the area would have been rotated slightly, and it would have left space for Cars Land, but that's an aside. But you would have been able to actually, go into leave the Endor area through Star Tours, and when you exited, you'd actually been on the Tatooine side of the Galaxy's Edge land. That was the original plan. So there was a lot going on there that did not get realized, and it was very disappointing for the lead Imagineer who had originally put that together.
Oh, yeah, I remember talking about it. I think we talked about it on the show before, but that was extraordinarily disappointing. So here's something that so I'm still trying to figure out exactly why fans of both The Sims 4 and obviously Star Wars, that's a gimme, but why are fans of The Sims 4 upset about this? I have no idea, except for maybe there's been just a bunch of bullshit expansion packs. Sims 4 from the beginning, I mean, like, Star Wars has always had a connection, really. They added Star Wars costumes to one of their first updates that were free because they actually didn't have swimming pools, they didn't have toddlers, they didn't have everything The Sims 3 already had. People were outraged at the very beginning with The Sims 4 because it wasn't a complete game. And I guess ever since then, for 6 years, I guess Sims 3 was just so great and so successful that this iteration is just become very frustrating. And I'm struggling to really understand it, but I'm starting to get it now with like how some people are saying that they're just done. I mean, I was scrolling through Twitter and saying like, okay, I'm deleting the game like officially. And maybe the fandoms are kind of intertwined a little bit. I understand that. But I mean, it's very clear what they're trying to do. And let's look at the features of it. Maybe that will help us. The key features: experience the edge of the galaxy. Wow. The galaxy's edge. Your Sims are definitely not at home anymore. From the Millennium Falcon to the bustling blah blah bullshit. Basically, you could just do your own thing, I guess, on this weird expansion pack. Create your own Star Wars story. The Resistance, First Order, and Scoundrels are fighting to control Batuu, but your Sims' actions determine who will succeed. As Sims undertake challenges and special missions, you'll tip the balance of power. Your influence not only changes the world, but also unlocks rewards like Starfighter access, new outfits, and critical missions on Batuu. And who knows, maybe you'll find your Batuan special someone. Okay. Unite with iconic characters. Okay, now we're getting into somewhere. Okay, I'm going to see Han Solo. All right, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Anakin, Obi-Wan. It's pretty cool, huh? C-3PO?
Nope.
Missions earn your Sim reputation points, and as you rack them up, you get closer and closer to meeting the leaders of the forces of Batuu. The possibilities shift depending on your Sim's actions. Will you choose to support Kylo Ren in his efforts to uncover the Resistance base, or will you join Rey and I don't know, Viggo Mortensen? I don't know how to pronounce
who the heck
that. I don't care. I think, by the way, I have no idea.
I think that's meant to be the
whichever path your Sim chooses. Hondo on naked. I don't know.
Hondo Onaka. Hondo Onaka.
Ren and Rey and all these boring new characters. That's fantastic.
I think that the Muradi character is meant to be the main character of the Galaxy's Edge book.
What?
Who never gets mentioned anywhere except outside that book.
And then you can make your own lightsaber and you have your own droid. Okay.
So
I guess I can make my own R2D2, but see, like they're just
shoving Galaxy's Edge in this
shit. Look at this stupid pink R2 unit.
I know. Okay, now granted, I can understand that's a Sims thing to kind of customize stuff, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. I can see like as if I'm a Sims player and I want to play The Sims and you give me this pack where I can't really do stuff that I'm used to being able to do in the Sims game. One, I can see why that would piss me off. Two, you've got these characters that for your basic normie who knows something about Star Wars, it's not in there. There's no Darth Vader. There's no, Han Solo. There's no Greedo. There's no Boba Fett. They're not there. So it's these characters that no one really knows about unless, you watch Disney Star Wars and then read that comic book to find out what the heck Galaxy's Edge is about.
Well, I mean, this is obviously just a ploy by them to try to, garner some more attention for Galaxy Edge. So they're putting this out there to try to get people to play this game, hoping that the Sims 4 faithful are going to go ahead and get this expansion. They're going to play it and they're going to like it and maybe generate interest that maybe they'll visit the park. And that's all this is. It's terrible marketing on Disney's part, trying to jam their trash down somebody's throat that we don't want to begin with.
Especially when the tourist market is in the toilet right now. Especially. I mean, the parks are, I mean, granted, I went to Universal instead of Disney. Even at Universal, it's just the attendance is maybe half of what it should be. And it's only the most on the weekends when the locals come in. People aren't traveling to get to these places. People aren't traveling to go to, to go to Galaxy's Edge.
Well, Lorena, if you can't get people to come out, what's the next best way to try to get people interested? Virtual tourism. And that's exactly what this is. It's virtual tourism.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Seems like they're going to have the same results. Same
essentially.
Product, same results.
What do you think about this, Dean?
It just seems like they're trying to like shove any kind of place for these characters where they seem to think that they will work. But honestly, in my opinion, they really need to scrap everything and just start fresh. Because, I mean, the new characters are terrible. The old characters, they've already they've misused, and obviously, so what else do they do?
Yeah, like
there's nowhere else they can go.
Yeah, and also I find it very interesting that the only characters that are featured, let's look at it again, are the white characters from the new movies. No Finn. Where the hell is he? Where's Mace Windu? I want to see him. What the fuck? Why is it just Rey and Kylo Ren? Where's Poe? Even Poe isn't there. What the hell? Disney doesn't even like its own characters. I don't understand.
Maybe Finn's in the the stormtrooper outfit.
No, that's just a generic stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's probably like, I would be fine like just getting the skins and everything of just I'd like to be a stormtrooper. I mean, I'd like to if I did get this expansion, if I did invest in The Sims 4, I'd have a couple expansion packs and then just have stormtroopers and like walking around in like, I don't know, an LA type town. That'd be fun.
But that's a character that's easily relatable when it comes to Star Wars. Everyone knows what the stormtroopers are.
I think part of the reason that people are having so much backlash to this is I can't be 100% sure, but I think I have heard that there are a lot of issues with Sims 4 lately, and they haven't done a good job of fixing them with patches. So that might be part of it.
Issues with they did a decent job with software fixes or stuff like that.
Issues with the gameplay, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've always had those issues with Sims 3, so I mean, I totally understand that. But yeah, that's just kind of disappointing that they're just going to add another expansion pack, but they're just mad. They're just like, no, you're wasting your time. Well, why aren't you fixing what's already here? There's like,
gotcha.
8 other ones. So
it's weird that they just keep pushing their stuff. I mean, when are they
in other places?
Funnily enough,
like when are they going to get the point? I just don't get it.
Funnily enough, World of Warcraft had something similar a few years ago with Warlords of Draenor. That expansion was goddamn awful, and instead of actually fixing it and adding new content, they just moved straight onto another expansion and basically abandoned everything they set up.
I think someone in the chat said they're doing that with Fortnite, but they're going to include the Marvel characters.
Oh yeah, that was Jesse a while back. Yeah, I highlighted that comment. By the way, to answer memes of destruction, yes, if we played in fear of Liam Neeson hunting me, yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Pretty cool. I also don't understand the whole missions thing in Sims 4. I just, I don't get that part of it. It's been a while since I've played it, so
I guess it's meant to be like story mode in Minecraft or something.
Could be, I guess. I would honestly just rather have a bunch of stormtroopers walking around and have them all be like police officers or something. That would be fun. That honestly would be fun. It wouldn't be worth $60, but
hang on now. You're not allowed to associate stormtroopers with police.
You're not allowed. They get arrested. That's right. You get arrested if you have a blaster.
Yeah, you know what could have been interesting, Justin? I mean, quite honestly, if they wanted to go to a route with putting Star Wars into a Sims game, they could have made a standalone Sims game where you're a stormtrooper on a Death Star and going through everyday life. That would have been more interesting.
You know what they could have done? Also, they could have done where you start off just as a regular person, and then you choose: do you want to join the Empire? You join the Rebellion, or you could pick what era or what planet you want to start on. They could have really, really expanded it. I mean, and they could have included, all the characters. I mean, why not go for broke? Go for everybody.
Well,
Go for everything.
as I was saying before the stream started, when it comes to Disney Star Wars, I ask myself whenever I hear a rumor, I ask myself, what's the stupidest thing they could possibly do? And then I use that to determine which is probably the right option.
Actually, a safe bet.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone else have anything to add to this? This whole is there something I'm missing here?
No. I think that the EA folks, the people that are like the Sims fans, are upset because of everything everybody mentioned. Because when you got an expansion going back into Sims 3, you actually got adventures like the World Traveler thing. You actually could do like adventures. You could do tomb raiding and all those things. That's the kind of thing I think you should have expected from the Star Wars thing. It was to have the Galaxy's Edge adventures. And to be able to bring those into the game and have those lands actually happen. So that's what I think they were talking about. Again, it was everything associated with Disney Star Wars is a missed opportunity. It's not just one thing; it's everything.
A lot of things, yeah.
And as long as they keep continuing to miss the mark, it seems like on purpose they want to just keep pushing the new stuff. And I'm sure that so many Disney employees are just rolling their eyes like, no, why can't we go to the prequel era? Why can't we go to the original trilogy era? Why can't there be 3 different adventures? Maybe they'll do that. But at this point, I don't think it's worth $60 just to have stormtroopers walk around in my normal town that I create. No thanks.
Wait. They want people to pay $60 for this crap?
For each expansion. Something like that.
I
didn't even hell no.
What do you mean each
Holy crap.
Ridiculous.
That has to be an entire game for it to be worth $60.
Yeah.
Wait,
let me tell you what.
I might be mistaken though. Let's actually look up what the price is.
You know what? Here's the problem with that. You're talking about, they're going to make somebody pay $60 for us. I would have just stopped that they're making somebody pay for this.
Good point.
Look at this PC download. How much does it cost as a pre-order? Because it comes out next week, or in 2 weeks.
Pre-orders are always a little bit weird because they usually have extra stuff.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was wrong. My apologies.
I hope it's not higher.
It's $49.99.
That's still too high.
Yeah, it's way for DLC.
Well, that's with the Sims original one. Where the fuck?
So it's on Steam too. Okay.
That's $50 for the original game.
I wasn't expecting to see it on EA Origin. I used that for Mass Effect.
Okay, Jesus. I'm gonna have to look this up now because now I'm curious how much they're charging us for that. Sims 4 Star Wars price.
Later.
Here we go. Oh, my bad. It's $20. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's not as bad. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
know. Okay. That makes me feel a lot better now.
Yeah. So for the Sims game, for the Sims game, it's $50, and for the Star Wars, it's another $20, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, and it was a lot pricier back, I guess 6 years ago when it first came out and everything. So maybe I was thinking about the prices back then. It was a lot of money for all the games, so it was ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, that's about all I got to say about that. Anyone else want to add to that? To the whole Sims thing?
No, I think we're good.
I would like to throw it in a dumpster and set it on fire. Does that count for anything?
I'll ditto that.
I just don't really see the appeal of it.
To be honest, that's way too much. That's way too expensive for something to just throw in the fire.
Yeah, a little bit. $20 for crap. You know what? If they had some of the OG characters, I'd be cool with it, but they don't.
You know what? Here's the thing. You don't even know how long that the actual playable part of that expansion is going to be. I mean, what
We
if?
don't know yet. It was just released
like
today, yeah.
what
Or,
if
I
there's
mean,
only like
yeah.
15, 20 minutes worth of actual gameplay on it, and everything else is just stuff you bring back to your regular sim world from the experience?
That's likely what it is.
If I was getting it for the first time, maybe, but as an additional expansion, nah. I don't know. It is what it is. But anyways, as we usually do for the last part of this show, we take a few of the stories of the week that we find and just we see the news of the stupid. And first and foremost, let's get to one of the douchebags of this week. This woman slapped a black child. A white woman slaps a black child at Florida amusement park and uses a racial slur. Apparently, what happened was they say in court records that this person and the boy were driving go-karts at the I feel like this is a joke for some reason. At the Boomers amusement park.
It is Boca Raton. That's all I'll say.
To be fair, most of these start off sounding like they could be jokes, but then they unfortunately turn out to be real.
Well, you know what?
Problem.
Okay, so they were at this park. They were in the go-karts when they accidentally collided. They say that the woman confronted the child after the ride and in the presence of 3 employees, slapped him in the face and used a racial slur. Yeah, and the police also found a container of pills in her underwear and charged her illegal.
Illegal.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Why? Spell check.
Hey,
Guys.
Justin, that is 100% factual. It is called Boomers.
Oh my God. Yeah, whoever.
Apparently, it's a string of amusement parks. Believe it or not, because there's multiple locations.
There's one in Cali.
Well,
is it like an indoor amusement park thing?
Maybe.
Kind of like Chuck E. Cheese and something else.
Well, regardless, this writer fucked up. So
improper.
It's Click Orlando. Proofreading is not in their vocabulary. I've
Clearly,
seen lots of articles.
Also, gender neutral was not in the vocabulary of the Cold War, as Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War campaign will have gender neutral pronouns and character creation. Why?
Thank God, right? Thank God that they're being so stunning and brave to do this finally. This game has been getting away with it for way too long.
Yeah, it's what everybody wanted.
Just when the first trailer looks like it makes it look like it's going to be red pilled or hell.
Oh God, they just want to do it to make money. Really.
I don't understand it. I don't think I will. But
I do have to question something though. I've just got to question something though. Did female soldiers serve in the Cold War? Because it almost makes me think.
I know there's a Russian test pilot.
I don't know.
There's a Russian test pilot called Madam Mig. But other than that, I don't really know.
Oh, wasn't there also that Russian? She was a sniper.
I don't know. I don't know. But either way, there were definitely no more than 2 gender type pronouns. So this is just a bunch of silliness.
Because when they say this, I automatically think that they're going to have sort of full androgynous trans sort of character creation on all the rest of it.
Well, you know what? You can make your character whatever you want, but I don't know. I don't give a shit. It's Call of Duty. I haven't played it since I was 12. So
now included in your Call of Duty, blue-haired land whales.
Yay!
Call of Duty is a lot of fun.
Funny.
Imagine if you could make them body positive. Yeah, like that. They would be moving the way that they do, like in combat. Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Body positive whales. No, that doesn't work.
You could go on a secret mission where you dox people and sick hate mobs on soldiers.
Your character can do the female coin dance.
By the way, it's not even close to accurate because during the Cold War we did not have gender neutral bullshit.
Nope.
We had normal things. We did not the whole new invented thing that happened in the late 80s by this crazy lady that started all this disastrous mess where we make up words and terminology that's all bullshit. Yeah, we didn't have that back then. And you're ruining one of my favorite games with all of this stuff. So this is bullshit.
Improper.
Wait. Does that deserve
Improper.
Hold on.
Or how about this?
We are in fantasy land.
Yeah, it's crazy town.
There you go.
Well,
either one is appropriate.
I've got to interject. Because given that we were talking about embarrassing things earlier, you like Call of Duty after that crap with Infinite Warfare?
Look, there's always little pieces of things that are not perfect. Okay, Infinite Warfare.
Oh God,
probably not the best, right? But there were many other versions of this that were wonderful. And look, it's just like I can accept 6 Star Wars movies. 3 of them I don't think are very good. Well, no, actually, I take that back. 5 of them are really garbage. But they just all happen to be made in the last so many years. There's one Star Trek movie I don't like that I get hate about.
I thought I'd make a joke out of it because I'm obviously a long-time Halo player.
No, Halo's great too. I love Halo.
Yeah,
but my whole point is. Say again.
What? Sorry. Oh no, never mind. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that they're just ruining this game in a way that is it's everything else. The minute you start to inject all of this horsepucky that never existed before, that's all made up fake stuff, that if you talk to anybody worth their salt in the mental health field will be like, no, that's all recent garbage. It's all made up. Then there you go. But I'm going insane with this stuff. And the normalization of all of this wackaloon craziness is unhealthy.
I just
it really is. It
does have to do with the gameplay at all.
Yeah.
I really don't. The only thing that I see it's again, they're just able to check the boxes, for the woke agenda and say, "Hey, we're great. We have this, that, and the other thing with this."
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
exactly. Yep.
Yes,
yeah,
Jesse,
well,
I did watch the trailer and it was amazing until they changed it to pander to China.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you start to talk about, if they did this kind of thing to Ghost Recon, it would absolutely kill it. In fact, I mean, if this actually were to happen, oh wow, we lost
Rob.
We lost Rob. All right.
You know what? What they should do is they should really just bring back shock therapy, because once they bring back shock therapy, all these whack jobs actually get the treatment. We're going to know who they are because they're going to be walking down the street. Hey.
Well, let's speak.
We can spot them at least.
Dang it, Tommy.
Well, speaking of I don't know. There's no real great transition for this, but
don't never transition. Never do it.
Yeah, learn from my mistakes. Don't do it. If you want to prevent COVID-19, don't drink bleach, as 50 North Texans drink.
Oh, glad this is not Florida.
Oh,
this
my God.
Just this month.
Oh my God.
Poison Center warns, stop it. It won't cure COVID.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, don't be ridiculous. What you got to do is you got to eat a Tide Pod first, and then use the bleach chaser. That's how you chase COVID.
Or you could be like this British woman who decides, and I kid you not, decided to make this concoction.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
Take the wheel. My goodness.
Nice.
No kidding. No kidding on that. Apparently,
why?
Yeah. From
She's keeping it real.
I love how they say using donations from her boyfriend. Oh my god!
Is this Florida?
I don't know. What would you prefer?
No. Again, I'm shocked. Not Florida. 2 in a row.
No, wait a
We
minute. Let's see if this is in Florida.
We
Wait,
need
this is
to
California.
fix
There
this
you go. You got lucky
Sorry.
here. A driver going the wrong way was stopped, and he was ticketed by an officer. He was let go and then arrested immediately afterwards because he drove back onto the wrong side of the road. Why? This dog
We have a lot of
would
wrong-way drivers in California for some reason, more than
Yeah,
our fair share.
your territory, Wes. What's up with these people?
I don't know,
Sorry.
man. Read the signs. The reflectors even turn red when you're going the wrong way. I mean, what the hell?
And also, let's give a shout out to somebody who I had to Google to find out who it was. Bette Midler. Oh God!
Oh.
You didn't know who Bette Midler was?
You know who this heifer is?
No.
No. How can you not? No.
Bette Midler.
I have no idea.
Wait, you don't know Bette Midler?
Bette
No.
Midler.
Oh my God.
No idea.
Wow.
I don't know any of her songs.
One of the chicks in Hocus Pocus.
No.
Wow.
So her only way to be relevant nowadays is to insult the first lady. Way to go, Bette Midler. And all
Her,
I have to
her
say,
and everybody else.
yeah, but I have to say just one thing to you, Bette Midler.
Fuck you.
That's it. That's all. Fuck off. What?
You know,
What?
this is one of those check marks that's out there on the far, alt left crazy wackaloon jobs that it likes to point out that we need to accept all of these other crazy irrational things, and we bring in people from this country illegally. They should be able to stay and vote and everything else, but then turns around and makes fun of somebody who came here legally and is tried to assimilate into our culture and not tear us down from the inside.
You
Anyway,
speak
sorry.
like what? 3? She speaks 3 or 4 languages.
4 languages, I believe.
Does. Yeah, speaks 4 languages. Bette Midler
Yeah,
can't even.
and all
speak
of them are
English, right?
special.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last movie she was in? Bette Midler.
I didn't know.
And, I think more important question is when was the last movie she was in that was relevant?
Oof.
And I can't remember. I want to say I think it was Hocus Pocus, or was it
Beaches?
Yeah. Then after
I think,
that,
Sydney Watson said it best. She was in the comments somewhere. I tweeted it. She said she speaks 5 different languages.
Was it 5? Wow.
Jackass isn't one of them.
Wow.
That was a good.
Wow, I thought it was only 4, but that's awesome. Great comment.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'd heard it was 5.
And
Wow.
last, but certainly not least, oh my goodness, this kind of fell under the radar, but I thought it was the funniest thing that I've heard this week. Usain Bolt, the fastest man alive, tests positive for coronavirus and turned into Kevin Hart.
God, this is the most horrible thing to ever happen. This is terrible that this has happened to him. God, it's crazy how much he looks like that actor guy, that comedian.
I know what happened to him. He shrank by about 3 feet.
Look at Lorena's face. I love it.
The left is so racist.
I know
It's not
some
even
of y'all
funny.
think we all look alike, but no, no.
We don't all look alike. Father, you're exactly we all black and famous. You are guilty. I am guilty. I'm busted.
The left is so racist. They're just so racist.
Big time.
Yeah, like you don't all look alike. You can clearly see the difference here.
Yes.
Oh Jesus, they look like they could be twins.
Oh my god.
No.
Wow. They look so much alike.
I just like seeing Lorena's face every time I say something stupid like that.
Oh man.
You know I love it, Tommy.
I'm just going to say it because it's my thing. Culture and West look more similar than those two do.
Yeah.
Yeah, glasses. Yeah.
Really? No. Yeah, pretty much twins, like as
fraternal twins.
My God. And they did try to issue an apology because, what was it? In the content management system, a social image was not selected, and the system reverted to an image of heart from an unrelated.
Bullshit.
That's total
bullshit.
Total BS.
I've got to say something. Between that image and the one you had up before, Usain Bolt's sort of aged quite a lot very quickly.
Yeah.
What? Like with the haircut? What?
Really? He kind of just.
No, he looks good still.
He's pretty much the same. Not a lot different.
I think
It's the haircut. It's the haircut.
He looks
He
more like
got a little bit more gray hair.
Yeah, that's his facial hair in the other one.
Yeah, he looks more like
Yeah, it's the
Cheadle
haircut.
now.
Yeah, it's the haircut, definitely.
Yeah.
Looks a little bit more focused in the other picture.
Yeah. That was no technical error. That was a stupid human error.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was.
It had to have been. But this was, oh my God, this was Kevin Hart's response. No comment. I must have gotten really fast and tall overnight. I want to take advantage of this moment and race anybody in the world.
There you go.
Whatever. Shit just got real. I'm also no longer doing comedy due to my Olympic training schedule. I'm back, bitches.
God
Yes, this is disrespectful on so many levels. All you can do is laugh. Maybe the COVID-19 shrunk his legs and torso.
I love Kevin Hart. I love Kevin Hart.
This is why he's a comedian.
Yeah.
God dang.
See, now that's
funny.
the way you take something like this in stride. You laugh about it and just move on instead of in the corner like an idiot.
That's because the left can't laugh. This is funny as hell. And Kevin just rolled it out as a joke, and you know what? We were all laughing with him because it's funny.
Yeah, he did a great job. Kevin Hart's awesome.
Yep.
He's the man.
And
He's
again,
awesome.
the lesson learned from this
We all
is
look alike. Father, you're guilty. All black and famous.
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
I'm busted.
I
am not Lawrence Fishburne.
Anyways, guys, that's about it for today. Let's go around the panel and tell people what we got going on. Starting with the guy down here, Dean approved, who we had at the last second. He's a great mod. And Dean, first off, was this stream Dean approved?
Yes. Very Dean,
All
Dean
right.
approved.
And tell us what's going on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, as usual, I mean, I might have a couple of spoiler talk for some old shows. Firefly. Might be talking Serenity. But as usual, with on my channel, we go through, we check the movies, the TV shows, anything behind scenes with any films or whatever. See if it's all Dean approved.
Indeed.
That is my pitch.
Someone in the chat, this asshole, says stop laughing, but I don't think you can stop Rob from that.
No,
Laugh my ass off.
You have to punish him on your next stream.
I know. You got to come after him. Anyway, hi. My name is Rob. I'm here. You're there, and everybody's somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, first of all, happy birthday to Justin Incredible. If you haven't said happy birthday to him and you haven't subscribed to his channel, what the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, my channel is simple. It's about entertainment. It's about Star Wars. Right now, we're covering Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, which I think is a fascinating case. And since I work in a courthouse and I see lots of cases and some things are crazy, this is right up there. So I got very interested in it, and I followed it, and got a lot of people who are onto it now. I do Star Wars Battlefront 2 streaming. I do Star Wars videos. Other entertainment. The DC came out. So a lot of stuff with DC this week I'm covering. So if you want to have some fun, you want to be informed, you want to come hang out, we got a great community. Come along and hang out with us.
All right.
I like that poster.
Thank you.
Sorry.
And as always, Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Hello, everybody. I am Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. You can find me at youtube.com/Wes Moody Webcast, where I talk about current events, pop culture, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional car talk, retro gaming streams, and I will vlog about whatever the heck I want to because it is my webcast. Hope to see you there. Thank you, my friends.
And speaking of culture, Culture Casino.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am Culture Casino, and I have a small, growing YouTube channel, and which I actually have a lot of fun doing every single day, or many, many days. I get to show up at great streams like Justin Proper, who had a birthday just yesterday. So if you haven't wished him a happy birthday, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you should wish him a happy birthday. And I get to hang out with my friend Wes Moody on a regular basis, which is great. My buddy Drew Taylor over at the Pegasus Actual Podcast, which is actually not going to happen tonight, but normally that was right after this. I get to once in a while hang out with Tom at Midnight's Edge After Dark. Get to hang out with Comics Division sometimes on the later Thursday night stream, but for the most part, I do 3 videos a week and a couple 3 live streams a week on my own channel. Please subscribe. I would appreciate it if you're not already, but I think everybody here already is. And if you are, thank you very much. Other than that, make sure you subscribe to everybody else on this panel, and especially Reina Creole, because she's totally awesome. And yeah, and that's pretty much it.
I agree 100%. And by the way, Lorena, we missed you over the last couple of weeks, but we're glad that you are back here now. Glad you had a great vacation. Tell the people what you got going on.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. Been on vacation for the past 2 weeks, so I haven't been uploading videos regularly, but I'm getting back on track. So with that said, let's start with my live stream schedule. So tomorrow at 9 a.m., I will be appearing on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. On Saturdays at 7 p.m., I will be on Rogue Entertainment over on I said Walton's, didn't I? I almost said Walton's Coffee. Walton's channel.
All right, the best part of waking up is Walton's
Improper.
And on Sunday, I will be returning with my Welcome to Florida live stream with footage from Florida. Last time Culture was on the panel, so hopefully he will be able to join this time. We get to talk about Universal Orlando, all the cool stuff there, and some Florida stuff that and Florida Man sightings that I did while I was there. So we have that. Monday at 10 p.m., join me for Toxic Femininity over on Midnight's Edge channel. And on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m., for the first time, I will be on the Royal Council, which is the combination of the Dark Council and the Queen's Council. So that will be happening on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. over on Abu Nas's channel. So hope to see you there. On Wednesday at 8:30, I will be on Mary Mayhem's panel for the monthly Babe de Menace. And Thursdays, of course, 7 p.m. here on This Week in BS. Around 9-ish Eastern, I'll be on the Queen's Council. It is actually going to be held over on Christie's channel tonight. So hopefully see you guys there. I'm so glad to be back with you guys. Thank all you guys in the chat for coming. We love you. It's awesome.
Do you have a secretary who keeps track of all this? I'm just wondering.
No, and I really do need one. I need a minion to do stuff for me and keep track of where the heck I'm supposed to be.
I just have a collapsed playlist.
Minions, simps, same thing. I will tell you something. Certainly not a simp, but he's probably one of the greatest moderators on this panel, and one of the ones that are on so many different panels. Tommy, my goodness, I can't even tell you just how much of a lifesaver you've been on not just this channel, so many others, but you also have a channel yourself. So tell the people what you got going on.
Translator. Sorry about that. Hey, you know what? It's always a pleasure being on here. I'm so sorry that this is ending, Justin, because this was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm so sad that this one is ending because this has been a lot of fun. You can find me over at Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, where we will be nibbling off toes. We take no mercy, and we shall give none to these idiots who try to besmirch us and tell us what we can and can't do. And I always say, man, remember, your silence gives consent, so you got to speak out against this nonsense. You know, we do toy talks, we do movie talks, and I also have a Monday stream where it's going old school retro discussions where you just never know who's going to show up and talk about those wonderful franchises from the 1990s backwards that they really love to this day and holds a special place in their heart. And I hope to see you there. Thank you for having me on again, Justin, and tolerating my nonsense.
Oh, absolutely. Is anything but. The only one who is nonsensical, of course, is our dick from the UK. Richard, I know you don't have a channel or anything, but if you do have something going on, go and say it. Or
what
on your mind.
The only thing I have going on right now is modest concern that the guinea pigs are apparently going to be the next evolution of sentient life on this planet.
Oh, shit. And of course, my name is Justin Proper. Thank you for tuning in to This Week in Bullshit. We will be back once again next week at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun. Do you have something to say, Cole? Damn it!
Maya.
So many fucking people! I did it again!
Wait, I got one person who wants to say something to Justin. Hold on.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Justin!
Oh, thank you so much, Maya. Oh, she's adorable. And on that, I don't think there's any other way I can go out except for just thank you all so much. And that really warmed my heart. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody in the chat, everybody who has liked this stream, has supported this channel for some time, and it's just been very humbling. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. It's been absolutely incredible. Until next time, guys, have a great fucking day. Live long and proper, my proper compadres, and we will see you all next time.
Well, thanks to the lame ass security, I'm going home.